What's going on, guys? ChaseWins.com. Happy Saturday. It's another weekend, everyone. Saturday, it is the 24th of July, 2021. Welcome everybody into another free play video. First and foremost, guys, if you are new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you like getting free content, and what this content includes is free plays daily, and not just the play. We don't just tell you, hey, here's a game, this is what you need to play. We give you the reasons why, a full in-depth breakdown, and a true analysis showing you you're dealing with someone that eats, sleeps, breathes, shits this stuff. From the sports that we cover as a company, as individuals within it, and as people who invest in the games that we give you. This is our life. Make sure you subscribe, join our family. That way you can take part in what we give out every single day, absolutely free. You can hit the join button for channel memberships if you would like to get additional content and free plays and promotions and things like that that are exclusively for those members and only for the people that are members. So make sure you consider that. Also, if you do subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell. YouTube is horrible about sending out notifications for subscribers, even though they should do that. If you're subscribed to a channel, they should notify you when that channel puts out new content, and 9 times out of 10 they don't do it. So if you want to make sure that you get it as soon as we put it out, that way you can get the best odds, the best lines, get the game in time. Make sure you hit the notification bell. And if you do appreciate what we do for you every day and the content that we give out and the winners that we provide, do us one favor, smash the like button. It helps us out because it allows the more likes that we can accumulate from it, the more YouTube will promote the video to people that have not seen it before. And now they can capitalize on the exact same thing. We want as many people as possible to be able to take part and be able to play those free plays and get that free information. So make sure you do that for us. Now, in saying that, we did something yesterday. Speaking of a video, I want to touch on this real quick. We ran a promotion yesterday. Most of you probably already know it because you're either a part of our email list, you're already a current or a former client, or you follow us on social media, or all of the above, so you would have seen it. Did a video yesterday, fairly early yesterday. Late morning, very early afternoon, I did a video, and it was a longer video. But the reason that it was longer was, number one, because I had a day where I could not do a video, which earlier in the week when I did one, I told you that this week in particular was going to be a little bit difficult for videos. There was going to be a day or so at the beginning of the week and then one towards the latter part of the week that I just wasn't able to do it based on our schedules and how much we had going on, not just with those days, but in preparation for the weekend and things that we've got coming up in the coming weeks. So that happened. So on Friday, yesterday, I did a video basically covering the last few days, recap, going over a big promotion, so on and so forth. And then on top of that, I gave you 2 free plays in Major League Baseball. Now, not only did YouTube take like 7 hours to allow that video to load and process, but then when it went up and I thought it was done, YouTube didn't even put it out as a public video. It somehow automatically set as a private video, which means that everybody subscribed can still see it, but you wouldn't know it was up unless you had the direct link for the video. I didn't even notice that until, I don't know, probably 1 a.m. this morning when somebody asked me about the video. Multiple people asked me, but I saw one, on Twitter on a DM. They said, hey, you said in your email that you had a video, that you had 2 free plays, and one of them had a breakdown on, one of your premium plays that you listed on the card said that there was specific information within the video that would be useful, and I cannot find it. And I'm like, why are these people saying they can't find it? Because I can see it. It's there. So I sent him the direct link. I just copied. I said, here's the video. He said, well, yeah, I can see it now, but it's private. And I'm like, why did that happen? Again, I don't know why it did. So I've sent that out. A lot of people have, been able to watch it. And so I've decided to leave it up. And what I'm going to do is in the description of this video, or better yet, in the comments of the video, top of the comments, I'm going to post a direct link. So even though the video is still technically private, you guys can go back and watch it. Now, again, the video is going to do you no good right now, but the reason that I want you to watch it, if you want to, is for number one, you can see the recaps for the days prior, and that way people can't say, oh, well, you didn't recap and all this stuff. No, it's there. And you can see based on the TVs behind me, I always play stuff behind me so you can actually see what current time it is. You'll see that it's that day, that time, everything. You can then not only get that, you'll hear about the promotion in depth that I'm going to talk about. And then also, I want you to listen to the free play analysis, because the main free play that I gave out was the Padres and the Marlins. And I gave out the Padres minus $1.40 on the money line. And I even said in that video, I said, a lot of you are going to want to fade this play, or you have already decided to take the Marlins, fade the Padres, whatever, because of just some basic numbers that you will see when you look this game up. And unless you look below the surface, that's all you're going to see. And it's going to deceive you. And I had, at least a dozen people, when I released the plays, come back out and say, why are you taking the Padres? Even though it's one of their starting pitchers in their rotation, his ERA sucks. He's not great. And the Marlins are sending in a guy with a very low ERA, a very good, very good whip, so on and so forth. But again, you got to look below the surface. What does that pitcher with the bad ERA do on the road? Look at what that other pitcher does at home. Look at how many innings have been pitched between the two. So again, you have to take that low ERA with a grain of salt. Look at strikeout, hit, walk ratios, so many different things that if you look below the surface and you actually dig into the numbers that matter. And do ERAs matter? Absolutely they do. But if you, like I know so many, if not 99% of the other handicappers out there that will claim that they know baseball, this is what they're looking at. They are going out and looking at win-loss records, starting pitcher ERAs, and sometimes they'll look at, the average runs per game, or maybe you might have somebody consider on-base percentage. That's it. That's all they look at. And those numbers right there, if that's what you are basing your picks on, or buying picks from someone who does, there's no way you would hit 50% if God was on your side. If you want to know baseball, you have to get deep into the numbers, and we're the only ones that do it. And we're the only ones that understand it, period. So if you want to watch that video with the reasons that I gave for that play, so that way that play for those that got it now makes sense, and you understand and you know why I know these things. And then if you're just curious as to how we do things, and then also the secondary free play that we gave out, it will be in the comments if you want it. Yesterday we brought back two specials that we ran one time in 2019. Late 2019, about 6-7 months after we launched the new site and we launched everything and we were fully public and everything, we decided to run two specials, and it was going to be a one-time thing never done before and had not been done since. It was called the 3 for 30 and the 7 for 70. It was going to allow you to get a 3-day all sports pass, like what you can go on the site and buy. Technically the price is $99, but for the past week and a half or so, we've had it down to its day one price of $50. 3 days, all sports, premium and daily top plays, $50. Obviously NASCAR is not included, and games of the week, month, year are not included. But other than that, every premium and daily top play in all sports, $50 for 3 days. $99 gets you that same thing for 7 days, which is typically a $199 price tag. On those, for that time, we ran $30 for 3 days and $70 for 7 days. Not only was it a great deal, most of the clients back then wanted to buy one of each so they could spend $99, what they were probably going to do anyway to get a week. But they were going to get 10 days for $99. That's what everybody wanted to do. So 90% of the people back then that bought it, that's what they wanted. And since we ran that thing, I don't think a solid week has gone by without somebody saying, hey, are you ever going to run that again? Can you run that again? Is it ever coming back? So on and so forth. And while we were looking over some things to do the 4 for 40 during football season, because we promised we'd do it at least one more time this year, but it would be way down the road, we came across those promotion flyers. And me and Jerry talked and we said, screw it. It'll be the last time we probably ever do it, but let's run that one more time for everybody. So we did that on Friday. Problem was, video didn't go public. Everything got screwed up at the end of the day as far as being able to market and push it to people so they know that it's going on. And so we know that, 75% of the people that would have wanted it, that we know for sure would have been all over it, probably didn't even know about it. So we are going to push it through Saturday. You have until midnight Eastern time, Saturday night, to get it. And again, if you buy it late, let's say you buy it at 11:35 p.m. and all the games have already gone, ended, or started for the day, don't worry, that Saturday will not count as one of your days. On Sunday, when the plays start for Sunday, your account will update and it'll get extended a day to make up for that. You will get, if you buy 3 days, if you buy 7 days, or if you buy one of each or multiples of each, you will get that amount of days. That true amount of days is what you will get for your purchase. That I can promise you. So again, you have plenty of time to go get it. Jerry's got soccer action going tonight. I've got 5 big MLB plays, another MLB top play going. My first game doesn't even start until after 6:30. And then after that, most of the rest of them are late games. So plenty of time to jump on. And again, if you miss those, as long as you sign up for one or both or however many before midnight Eastern time, you're good to go, you get the deal. At midnight, those purchase links will expire and they'll be off the site, so you won't be able to buy them. People have been asking about the game of the week and game of the month that I had zoned in for Major League Baseball. The game of the week was actually, the game I was looking at was today. I have decided not to release that game of the week because there was a change that I wasn't too fond of. And even though it technically could have still been, per the numbers, released as a game of the week, I decided against it. It was just too close. But the game of the month is still possible. That game is tomorrow. I'm still looking into it. There is a change coming possible in that game. If it goes the way I don't want it to go, it could very well still be rated very high as a game of the week. If it does, we could release it that way. If it goes the way that we want it to, it could very easily be released as a game of the month. Or if a curveball gets thrown, who knows, maybe it doesn't go at all. But that we will know probably late tonight once I see the final, information that I'm looking for. And so if it happens, we will have a very big play for Sunday, in Major League Baseball. And I know you guys have been sitting on pins and needles waiting on it. Even if we do not have a, game of the week or game of the month, Jerry and I have been working on something all week for you guys. We've been working with Patrick as well to release for Sunday, something that we've never done before, but something that we're going to make a once a month or once a quarter, a few times a year, something like that we want to introduce to you guys, and we are going to release it this Sunday. You will not, know exactly what it is or get the full information or have the opportunity to get on board until Sunday, but just know that something's coming tomorrow. And now again, that doesn't mean that you want to wait and miss out on the 3 for 30 or 7 for 70, because again, these two things are not related. So if you still want those deals, you better get them. But just know that either way, we are either going to have that plus a huge release, or we're at least going to have that big surprise for you guys coming for Sunday. Now again, I'm not going to go in and do a full breakdown. Like I said, if you want breakdowns for the days past, I'll go over the quick numbers with you, but the full breakdown, the games and all of that, you can go and hit the link for the video that stayed private for whatever reason, and you can go watch that to get the days past. But coming into Thursday, easy 5-1 day. Friday was a day that any other capper gives you this type of record, you would say, oh, they had a losing day. There's a reason why we're the best in the business, because even days where it looks like it could have been a split or a loser, we profit. We don't care about that. I don't care if every single day was a 2-3 day or a 2-4 day. Profit is all that matters. But we also win at over a 70% clip, so it makes it even that much better. Yesterday, Major League Baseball. Well, first let's talk about Jerry. Jerry went 2-0 in soccer. Told you guys you better get on his soccer. Both games were absolute bloodbaths, easy from start to finish, no sweat, blowout winners. Congrats to everybody. Told you, his top league has started back. You get those this weekend if you purchase. Now again, his league pass, that's going to get you 10 months of his top leagues in soccer, their entire seasons. It's 10 months. 10 months. You can get it for $3.99 at midnight tomorrow night Eastern time, or no, excuse me, it'll be West Coast time because that's theirs. That will be going back to over $1,000. You better get it while you can. And if you get it today, you'll get tonight and then tomorrow's plays that he's got this weekend. Even though league play hasn't started yet, you'll get those added on for free. So make sure you go jump on that. It's on the site. But yesterday he went 2-0. Major League Baseball, one push, which that was one we talked about on that video. And we did drop 2 games. There, we had 2 plays within the same game. One of them, I don't even want to say we were on the wrong side, but we have to say we were on the wrong side because they screwed the pooch from the very beginning. The other play that we have, we were on the right side. They just didn't push things across the plate like they should have in the times they had the opportunity. And we had an underdog play that, through towards the, 3/4 of the game. Not only were they in it, they were actually holding the charge even when they were down a run. But then one hiccup with pitching, a grand slam out of nowhere, blew the doors wide open, and it was too late in the game to come back from that and save it. But it was an underdog getting plus money, so no juice. So you'd say, okay, 1 push, 3 losses. But then we hit with the Padres, premium play, gave it out for free, minus $1.40. Told you why. Go back and watch the video. You'll see that everything that I talked about was spot on and came out to be 100% accurate. And then we also cash in another Major League Baseball top play. Houston, Texas, over, easy, no sweat, like it was nothing. That's 3 straight days, 3 straight top plays, win, win, win. Major League Baseball king, that's me, always has been. You want the crown? Come take the crown. You gotta come through me first. Let's get on a free play for today. Giants, Pirates. And this one, I'll tell you what I like about this game. San Francisco Giants, Pittsburgh Pirates. There's a couple of things that you want to look at because, again, it's going to seem obvious, but you want to dig deeper into the details to see if that is, in fact, the right call. Pirates today, Giants. Giants are laying minus 260 as of this point right now, so an absurd money line, but justified. Justified based on the 2 teams and then what's going on over the past few, couple of weeks. Minus 260, but the run line you're actually getting, at least at first glance, what appears to be value at minus $1.25 to lay a run and a half. Over under set at 7.5 runs at minus $1.15. That may get to 8 by the time the game goes. Could go to 8.5. 7.5 is right about where it should be because, again, you can look at this game one of 2 ways, and either way you want to look at it, I'm coming up with 7 or 8. So technically 7.5 or 8, whichever way you want to look at it. So I think the total is accurately set, but I also think that there's value within the total. Now again, what are the 2 things that you're most commonly going to look at? You're going to look at how many runs they typically score a game, and then of course starting pitchers. Starting pitchers today, Will Crowe, Kevin Gausman. Gausman's made a name for himself not just in his career, but this year he has been one of the poster children for just dominant pitching. Consistency, and doing it in a very, very tough division in a very tough league. Kevin Gausman, he's 9-3 on the year. He's got a 1.84 ERA. He's got like a 0.85 or 0.89 whip, one of the 2, below an 0.9, but below a 0.9, so very, very good whip. On the other hand, you got Will Crowe, and he's got like a 6.2 or a 6.12 ERA. His whip is like 1.8 almost. No, excuse me, it's not that much. 1.6, 1.65, something like that. Just below 1.7 whip. Both right-handers. Obviously, you got a home and away, so you dig into the details. You would automatically look at Kevin Gausman and say, he is the guy, he is the better one. This other pitcher sucks. He's going to give up runs. San Francisco's been consistent. and they're going to win the game with ease. What did I tell you about San Francisco 2 weeks into the season when, again, even at that time, they were still predicted to come in second to last in the division? Second to last in all of the NL West. Obviously, Dodgers, Padres, that was a no-brainer. But then, even though based on just sheer talent, San Francisco should have been third just based on that, nobody was given the benefit of the doubt. The only team that they were projecting San Francisco to be better than this season was the Arizona Diamondbacks. They were expecting Colorado to be leaps and bounds better. And I told you 2 weeks into the season, this is the team that can win the division while nobody's looking. The Dodgers are the best team. San Diego's the runner-up. But San Francisco, all around, when it just comes to fundamentals, is better than San Diego. Not quite as good as the Dodgers because they're not quite as deep, but when it comes to pitching, they're actually better. When it comes to offense, they're not. But you can get runner-up and keep it close in that division. It can be anyone's game in the dog days of summer leading up to the postseason. This is a team that right now is playing the best baseball in the National League in the last 30 days, period. This is a team that has a chance to do something special this year and surprise the world. We'll just see if they can carry it on over the next 6 weeks. One thing that's good about this game is when you look deeper into it for home versus away, that 6.1 ERA for Will Crow is actually damn near a 7 ERA on the road. He's only pitched 60 innings this season, and he's given up 68 hits. He's averaging over a hit per inning. He's also given up 41 runs, every single one of them earned, which is not good. He's given up 14 home runs, and I think he's walked 32 people. Not good numbers. Kevin Gausman, on the other hand, at home, he's got a 1.84. His home ERA isn't as good at about 2.2, but he's pitched 117 innings this year. He's only given up 10 home runs, I believe. No, he's given up. How many home runs has he given up? I think it's 10 home runs, but he's pitched 117 innings. He's given up like 70 hits, 25 runs. Not all of them earned, like 23 of them have been earned, and he struck out about 140 people. Great numbers. So numbers-wise, easy. Giants, run line. But then you also need to look at the offensive side of it, how aggressive they're going to be in this spot when they know they can capitalize, not just because the Pirates suck, not just because they have one of the worst pitching rotations in baseball, not just because they're terrible on the road, but because they're getting them in a vulnerable spot where they're worse than they normally are, which is bad. But why are they going to be more aggressive than normal? Because they are battling to stay in the front of the NL West race. They've been leading the Dodgers here recently. Now they're neck and neck going in. The Dodgers aren't playing, much competition either at home against the Rockies, but the Giants are set up in a perfect spot to not just take the lead, but maybe create a few games of separation and really, really light the fire under LA to see if they could potentially pull out this division. This is going to be an epic battle between these two teams to see who can run it into September. I'm telling you right now, that is going to make these two teams play as aggressive and as thoughtful and as just focused as they can. The Dodgers are at home. They know what they need to do. They've been the ones trailing recently. I think San Francisco offensively is going to be the most aggressive team in baseball the rest of this weekend and into next week. So, Mark, remember what I told you at the beginning about some value in something that seemed accurate? Read between the lines here. They're going to be aggressive offensively. They're going to be. Free play, San Francisco Giants, run line, minus a run and a half at minus $1.25. That is your free play. Go get on one of the packages. Sunday's going to be a big day. All 5 Major League Baseball plays with Major League Baseball Top Play will be posted by the time you see this video. Emails are going out soon. Jerry's got 3 soccer plays already posted. It's going to be a huge day. Congrats to everybody. We keep cashing Major League Baseball Top Plays. So if you would like just the top play, that's all you want, just to step out on that today, it's on the site as well. You can purchase it for $25. Everything you purchase comes with a pure profit guarantee as always. We love you guys. And for all of those that join us, we will see you in the winner's circle. Thanks, guys. Have a great Saturday.